Hello, Steve here. Welcome to Real Health. Who'd have thought health is about what we're eating? Join me on my quest to disseminate my go-to health regimen, the Health 44, my clumsy branding of eliminating 4 classes of food, introducing 4 classes of micronutrients. Bingo, bongo, health sorted. So thank you for your interest. Let's do this. Welcome to Real Health and episode 319. You've clicked on today, why we are required, why it's a must to have supplements, particularly of the 4 categories of micronutrients kind, which I rabbit on about here. And the reason, I'll start from scratch, shall I? Firstly, 5,000 years ago, millet was our staple grain. It was replaced by the cheaper, the longer lasting, the more versatile, the more economically sound grain of wheat. Wheat has gluten in it, about, 50,000 parts per million. And that damages the villi in our small intestine that does most of our micronutrient absorption. So we were doomed from that point, and even more doomed on this particular day, September 4. Was it Monday? Not sure. Monday, September 4, 3 p.m. in the bluff overlooking the construction of the Brooklyn Bridge in New York, the switch, the first commercially powered, commercial available power plant was switched on for about 60 commercial clients, I believe, for Mr. Edison. Was it Edison? Yeah, Edison invented electricity, or he made it, certainly available for the rest of the world now. Around that time and before then, and centuries before then, we used to have this merchant trade, ash merchants, and we used to use ash as our fertilizer on our crops to make them grow a bit better, a lot better actually, versus more primitive times. It's believed that the Industrial Revolution was only possible via the agricultural revolution, which effectively we increased our productivity, our produce ability of our crops by about 15-fold, 1,500%. In a lot of cases, it was lower in other regions, but especially in Britain and Europe and the like, and that's what brought on the Industrial Revolution, because hey, there's a lot of people. Now we've got factories and steam and water pressure was available, and bingo bongo, we have the Industrial Revolution. Anyway, so a lot more produce was available, more food, more people, because it's now cheaper, more available, and we had an increase in population, of course, from the 18th century, and yes, it is the case that we weren't the healthiest. Our life expectancy was around 40 at around the year 1900, and we've effectively doubled the life expectancy. But as with the last few episodes, I've also mentioned the statistical anomaly, where in 1900, 25 out of 10,000 people reached the age of 100. Now it's only 1 out of 10,000 people reaching the age of 100, even though our life expectancy has gone from 40 to 80. The reason is the main statistical low-hanging fruit pick is really drastically reducing the infant mortality rate, 90+% mortality rate decrease. So that obviously bumps up the life expectancy, right? But no more, no more. And because of the absence or the disappearingness of our minerals in our soils, because if the minerals aren't in the soils, they don't end up into us and our cells and tissues, right? And then we end up getting those chronic diseases and dying earlier, and never mind dying at the age of 80. How about from age 65, where our quality of life decreases? So that's an issue. There's life expectancy, and then there's like health expectancy. So that ash practice I've mentioned is because 1% of those ashes contain the minerals that used to end up in the soil from our fertilizing practice. Inadvertently, that's how we were getting a lot of the minerals into our soils, together with seasonal flooding. Minerals used to find their way from higher mountainous rock sources. The silt used to then finish up on our low-lying farmlands. The minerals. The farmer used to go, "Oh bum, it's too much work to take the silt off," so they just turned it into the soil. The minerals stayed in the soil, you see, and we were able to get ample minerals to get those 25 out of 10,000 people to reach the age of 100 versus 1 now. Even though our life expectancy is double, it's a mind fuck. It is, but that's the case. And there are photos of people and records of people that always lived to be octogenarians, at least throughout history. It wasn't as if we'd retire at 20 and die at 30 and 40. Like, no. There was wars, bacterial issues, and the like, plagues. Let's say plagues, biblical plagues and whatnot. That might be all pandemics and viruses, right? Yes. So there is the floods that used to bring out minerals. So what happened to the floods? Well, since 1882, and a little bit before then, but especially since 1882, after the electric bulb and everything else came out of all that, eventuated, we've also effectively mitigated all the flooding on the planet with 3 million dams built. 1 million of those were hydroelectric dams, 2 million irrigation dams. It's more than 3 million now in total, surely. And in my humble opinion and support, and I support what Dr. Joel Wallach suggests with climate change issues, the absence of minerals in the oceans caused by bunged up minerals from behind the dams not finding their way into the oceans, not enough oxygen enabled by all the oxygen creation, algae and whatnot in the oceans isn't being produced. So it's not really carbon that's the increase in carbon that's reducing the amount of oxygen. Well, it's a little bit inaccurate. We're thinking that carbon is increasing and that's why oxygen is decreasing. It's actually oxygen which is decreasing, which is making the carbon or carbon dioxide more accurate, making the carbon dioxide portion higher. And even though that portion is under 1%, but anyway. So versus oxygen, what is it, 18-19% now? used to be 21% back in my day. It's still my day. Back in school days, my school days about 30 plus years ago. So that's why we are required. It's a must that we need to supplement. And here is where I launch into my Health 44, which I need to say. I need to spend a couple of minutes on this, because let's face it, this crappy production only has very few listeners and viewers, and many of those are one-off, suggesting and thinking, this is shite, I'm out of here. So here it is. And the minerals are a part of it. So the first 4 in the Health 44, the first 4 is eliminating 90+% of the supermarket all glutens, which is wheat, barley, rye, oats, oils, which is part of fried food, burnt animal fat, all oils in a bottle, yes, including olive oil and the like, which ends up in a bottle, is out. Sugars, including, if not eliminating, drastically reducing our fruit intake. Oh my God, did I just say what I just said? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And nitrates is the 4th food category, which must be eliminated for our optimum health. Those nitrates are the new carcinogen in town, the greater carcinogen which is out there. Mainly in processed meats, the ham, bacon, corned beef, pastrami, spam, yada, yada, yada. Okay. The second for the 44 is to introduce those 4 classes of micronutrients. 60 minerals, which I'm talking about today, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids. That makes up those 60 declared essential micronutrients that we require each day in dependable form. And that is why we need to supplement, because to get the right amount of minerals from our crops to make the vitamins, essential amino acids, and the essential fatty acids to work, we need those ample supplies of minerals, and it's no more. It's no more. That carrot that you just get out of the bag has got a different amount of mineral content versus the next carrot that you get out of the same bag, mind you, from the same farmer. That one carrot might be 50 meters down the field, has a different soil content versus that part of the soil where the prior carrot came from. This prior carrot might have 9 particular minerals. This one over here has 11 in different weights and measures. Okay. So that is why we need to dependably supplement each and every day for our optimal health. Okay. Yes, supplementing is not natural, but guess what is not natural? All those dams bunging up all the minerals that should be ending up on our growing, on our farmlands. Okay, bring on industrial farming, and that's it. We're doomed. We could be facing the next couple of generations where the children not outliving their parents, not in chronological age, but actually dying before their parents. That's how bad I support some of the naysayers out there, even though I'm a yay sayer about where our living standards can get. So that's why we need to be supplementing, even though in the last, I don't know, when was it, last couple of episodes where I'm declaring right here that I'm reducing my micronutrient intake because I believe the jury is out exactly what we need. And because this is my year 4, 1, 2, 3. Yes, year 4 of my what I'm doing, my Health 44. I believe it's time to just see how I go by reducing what I'm taking, and which is cost-wise better off because it's not that cheap. But it must be done for optimum health. Optimum, I said again. Optimal health and fitness. Okay. What did I say? Fitness. Optimal health. Fitness is another episode I've got in my brain. I might do after this actually. So it must be done. You need to do the Health 44. There's plenty of other health gurus out there doing the rounds on insulin resistance, this gut, brain, that, microbiome, this, and eat clean, them, and vegan slash carnivore, vegan or carnivore, not slash, vegan now, carnivore now, do keto, intermittent fasting. Can you see the quagmire that we're in? So, without having too much more steam in how to get this Health 44 to resonate with people. In recent times, rather than trying to be proving of being right, where proof is in, how you see me. For 4 years, I'm getting healthier and all that. I will declare if I have a hiccup in my health as part of my epistemic humility. So what I do suggest is not just facts and figures and studies, and there's plenty of studies to support what I'm supporting here and what I advocate for and what I prescribe. Faith. Try it on faith. Try this Health 44 on faith for at least 3 months. Hopefully 4 months if you're greater than age 40. And the whole complete healing part might take more than a year. It was fairly quick for me. I was a quick responder, you might say. But I was improving throughout at least 3 years, and now I'm improving ever so slightly into my 4th year. And that's because in recent times, in the last 6 months, I've pretty much gone off all my carbs. I used to eat some rice there, a bit of corn, the non-gluten stuff, and gone. I'm now effectively full. Increased my carnivore intake to about 2/3 of a pound of beef type product, steak or ground beef or sometimes lamb, each day, between 5 and 12 eggs in a day. Yes, that's correct. You heard me right. And if anyone wants to sponsor some bloods and I can publish them, I can do that. There won't be anything too wrong with my cholesterol because, hey, cholesterol is a oils and sugar intake issue. Yes. It's not cholesterol consumption in itself. So this is why we need to dependably supplement with those declared 60 essential micronutrients each and every day, because it's gone and it will never be back until 3 million dams are no more. Even then, it's not dependable, is it? Depends which silt got to which part of the farm, and I'm not sure if we'll be doing ash practice anymore, putting ash on our crops, because surely those nitrogen type fertilizers will be continue to be used in future. And in saying that, those modern fertilizers that we use, which are nitrogen based, which need fossil fuels, we've made our crops suit us, genetically modified stuff. I won't go into that. We've effectively got rid of all our perennial flora, and all we're giving those farmlands is our annuals, our crops, and it's just stripping the crops, rather stripping the soils even faster than the absence of minerals in the soil. So it's quite dire. That's the main reason where your great-grandchild might live a shorter life, as in 20, 25 years shorter life than your child. A young mother, say aged 25 now, might bury their son or daughter, their firstborn. That's how bad it might get. Even though I believe that our living standards should improve down the track, but as the rich get richer, the healthier get healthier, the ones that supplement with those 60 declared essential micronutrients. And yes, I'm getting less, and I was trying to get at also before that it's not definitive in how much you get, because it can be independent. It can vary person to person, because even if you're doing the Health 44 correctly, your prior couple of decades of life can impair how much you're taking in, how much you're absorbing, and also some people might take the particular regime I'm on, and they might take it once or twice a day and expect miracles. But I firmly believe that at least 3 doses, if not 6 doses a day in microdoses is probably more effective, because you'll probably absorb more. Even the high absorbability of what I advocate for is to go with longevity. Just say 70% absorption is better than 3%, 5% absorption versus some of the other type of supplements that are out there, because especially with the minerals, you need colloidal minerals for optimum absorption or bioavailability, and that's only achieved via the colloidal minerals. Okay, particular types of mineral-based supplements, which are metallic-based and whatnot, not much absorption. 20%. Add on that if you recently had gluten, or still eating gluten and still expect absorption, you won't absorb. So for those one-off listeners, gluten is going to impair your absorbability, your ability to absorb those minerals that are coming through. Your villi in the small intestine ends up after 30, 40 years like a hose. There's no fine hairs coming out of the villi to grab those nutrients to absorb it. So you're down to like, by age 50, probably 8%, 5% absorption of all those micronutrients, particularly the minerals, and that's why we age. Yes, that's why we age. It's not our genetics, it's not our senescence, and it's not the way it is. We should be living to age 120 as a regular, as in every second or fifth person type thing. But no, that's going to be long gone if we don't do the Health 44 or whatever derivative you want to take of this methodology, what I'm advocating for. So I don't care if this is not resonating, but I wish it did. And if there is any interest, look up the show notes, and I'm available at your service. I don't have many takers, and I probably won't, but I'll continue to keep on pushing out this material because I know it's good. It's really helping me, a few close others, and a few distant others as well, but either they're not getting it fully. We have this relationship with our current food complex, and it's pretty hard to get out of it. But once you get it, nothing past these lips that shouldn't go past my lips. If it's accidental, well, that should be on me too. But it can be some accidental ingestion, even environmental exposure to, say, gluten dust. But we can do as much as we can. So I'll end it there. Thank you again for your interest. I don't care if you don't do what I do, and if you think I'm a schmuck, that's fine. But I'll be here for at least the next half century, even though I'm 51 now. How about that for a goal? So also what I usually say is let's compare what I'm trying to flog here versus all the other PhDs and health gurus out there. Let's see how they go in, say, 15, 30 years, 50 years time. Let's see. Anyway, bye-bye for now.